Silence followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, welcome everyone. Madam Clerk, if you call the roll, please.
Trustee Harn?
Present.
Carter? Present. Trustee Mariscal?
Present.
Trustee Gatt?
Present.
Trustee Reichert's not here, and Trustee Mariscal?
Here.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We do have a quorum, and we'd be at item 4, approval of the board minutes of trustees meeting for May 2nd, 2017. I'd entertain a motion to approve those.
I move to approve.
I have a motion by Trustee Gatt, second by Trustee Diane Mariscal. Any questions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving them signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? The ayes have it. Item 5 is correspondence. Madam Clerk, do you have any correspondence you'd like to read?
I have one item. We received a letter from, let's see, that would be the president of the Peoria Heights Community Band, and they're saying, "Dear Mayor Allen," which is obsolete, but it says, "The Peoria Heights Community Band appreciates so much your generous donation of $1,000. The money is always put to good use for expenses that we have throughout the year. We are happy to represent the village of Peoria Heights and looks forward especially to the outdoor concerts at Tower Park, which brings in large audiences. We hope that you and the board will be able to attend at least one concert. We're planning a Veterans Day concert in November, which will be our first one, and know that it will be one of great interest to the public. There will be advertising in the Journal at this time as the time gets closer. Again, thank you very much for your continued support." And it's signed by Barbara Larson.
Okay, nice letter from them. Anything else?
No, that's it.
I would ask for a motion to receive and file that letter. Have a motion?
Moved.
Motion by Trustee Daniel Mariscal. Is that right?
That was actually Jeff.
Jeff, I'm sorry, Jeff. The sound in here's got me confused. All right, Trustee Gatt?
I'll take a second.
Second by Trustee Daniel Mariscal. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. So we would be at trustee reports. The first is economic development and village improvements. Trustee Carter?
Thank you. I have nothing at this time.
Okay. Police, Chief Sutton, would you give a report?
The only thing I have tonight, Mayor, is just an announcement that this Friday, May 19th, between 5 and 8 o'clock, the Peoria Heights Police Department, the Benevolent, will have their annual fundraiser, dinner, and kids' fun night at the Peoria Heights Grade School, and that's located at 500 East Glen, Peoria Heights, Illinois. And again, that's this Friday, between 5 and 8. So there'll be raffle prizes, silent auctions, and also dinner. So.
Thank you, sir. Any questions for Chief Sutton? Okay, we would be at building and property maintenance. Trustee Mariscal?
Thank you, Mayor Phelan. I have nothing to report this evening.
All right. Fire, Trustee Reichert is not here. Assistant Chief Wu is here. Do you have anything you want to report on, sir? I know you're going to make a presentation, but...
Not at this time.
Okay. Public Works, Trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mayor Phelan. I have nothing to report right now, but Superintendent Kyle Smith would like to talk about a phone pole or a light pole that needs to be moved.
Thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Smith.
Yeah, this came in kind of late notice, so essentially what we're asking tonight is not for a vote. I guess it's more of just a straw poll, make sure we're all in general consensus. But as you're all well aware, to the south of the Gray Boy building, the village is undertaking the construction of a parking lot. Of course, right where the entryway to that parking lot is going to be, there is a light pole. So said light pole must be moved. We'd like to get that done prior to construction. And to that end, we have received an estimate from Laser Electric. The village has a long history with Laser Electric. They really have been the only ones to service our street lights, both the traffic lights and the overhead lights. The bid amount is $11,401.85. It's a little bit higher than what we were initially thinking. That is due mostly to the fact that the pole can't be reused. It has to actually be replaced. There are new standards now for light poles, which our current poles don't meet. So they are fine, they're grandfathered in as long as you don't touch them or move them or take them down, which we're doing. So new pole time. So I'm open to any questions that you all may have. Otherwise, we're gonna look to proceed on this so as not to hold up the actual construction of the parking lot.
Questions, trustees?
Yeah, I do.
Go right ahead.
So it's a light pole that has to come down. Why would we want to move it? If we're going to put a parking lot in there, wouldn't we put lights somewhere else?
Probably.
This is a light pole that provides light on Prospect. So it's a requirement per IDOT that these light poles be within a certain amount of spacing to provide appropriate light on the roadway. So the light pole itself is just being moved to the north several feet into the landscaped island of the parking lot. So it's not in the middle of the driveway to the parking lot.
So if us doing that and whoever buys the other portion of it, is it going to interfere with them?
No.
No.
It will still be in the public right-of-way, it's just being moved out of the driveway entrance. Yeah.
That's all I have.
Any other questions? So we're looking for a consensus to give Director Smith the go-ahead to move the pole. If anyone has any further questions, they have trouble with this, we can defer it to the departmental meeting, but I think he's wanting to move on this. So Trustee Harn, do you have anything to add? I assume you are supporting this?
Yes, just in the interest of keeping things moving, and we're not voting on it, so I think it was just more for everyone's information, so everyone knows what's going on.
Right, but I wanted Mr. Smith to feel comfortable moving ahead unless one of the trustees did not want him to move forward. So I'd like him to get that approval tonight to go move the pole.
I don't have
Unless
a
someone
problem.
says no. So are we all okay with that?
I'm okay.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I mean, if you
think
want
you
to do
have-
a roll call, I mean, but I think we shouldn't hold them up.
Thank you, Trustee Gett. Anyone else? I think you have your marching orders, sir.
Yep.
Do you have anything else, Kyle?
I do not at this time.
All right.
Thank you.
So we'd be at administration. Mr. Fick?
Nothing to report tonight, Mayor Phelan.
Okay, and I passed on my announcements because I did not have anything to announce. So we would be at comments from the audience tonight. First up, we have the Suburban Lions Club here. So welcome, gentlemen. If you come forward, state your names, and glad to have you here.
I'm the oldest one, so I'll do most of the speaking, I guess, here. My name is Rick Bean, and this is my brother, Mark. We're here on behalf of the Peoria Heights Suburban Lions Club. I know some of you were here when we were here last. I'm afraid I'm not good with remembering who was here I think we were here a couple months ago, like in early March. And when this kind of was getting off the ground, basically, this year is the 100th year anniversary of Lions Club, the first Lions Club. And also this year will mark the 63rd year, I don't know the exact date, but that the Peoria Heights Suburban Lion Club has been in existence. And we're going to have a little gathering on Saturday, June the 10th at the Lions Club Park down here on the corner of Glen and Montclair, and at 10 o'clock. And so as we did then, we'd like to invite all the board members, any other municipal employees and so on that can attend. Please attend. We'll have some guest speakers, and hopefully Mayor Phelan will be in attendance. And also, I think a lot of you know Earl Carter, who's on the township board. He is the last remaining member, 63 years that he's been with the club. He's been there since day one. And we've got a couple of other speakers coming from other Lions clubs. that are going to speak. And of course, we'll have refreshments and everything. So this is kind of a re-invitation, if you will, to those who were here in March, and then you who weren't, we'd like you, to attend. And that's kind of what we're here for.
Are there any questions for these gentlemen?
You said that was June 5th?
June 10th, Saturday, June 10th at 10 a.m. at the Lions Club Park.
Can you get that information to Mr. Fick, and he can disseminate all those dates and times to the board?
Sure, if he's not tired again. I sent him a few before, so I'd be glad to. Just another like a reminder email. Is that?
Yeah, I've got it down.
You got everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
And anything you need from us, let us know, but we
Okay.
appreciate all that you do for the community. We love that park, and it gets a lot of use, so thanks for all you do, gentlemen.
Okay, and then we'll
Have a
touch
great
base.
evening.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Assistant Chief Wu, you're up next, sir. Welcome to the fire department members here tonight.
I'm Mike Wu. I am the Assistant Chief, Peoria Heights Fire Department. So it's a pleasure being here again tonight. This is in reference to our 100th anniversary that will be celebrated on July 15th. We've got a whole day planned, a little rundown on the time frame. Got a parade at 9 o'clock, and it's going to be, my guesstimate right now is we even got an offer of a Peoria truck in it, which kind of surprised me. But we're getting quite a few different fire apparatus in the parade, so it's going to be a fairly decent parade. There's going to be a couple antique ones running. That's going to go in conjunction with, we're going to start a static display at 11 o'clock in the morning for them out in the parking lot. But we have speakers at 10 o'clock. Of course, you're invited, Mayor, and anybody else on the board. Of course, I'm speaking for my chief. I'm just going to say we'll get the hook out, but I mean, he's good for 10 minutes, as far as I know. I think the biggest thing we got at the gazebo at 10 o'clock is we're celebrating Don Faulkner's 60th year on the fire department. So that's 60 out of 100. That's quite a bit of history. Like I said, we got the antique fire trucks out in the parking lot 11 to 3. We're going to have the street closed down at 11 o'clock thereabouts for a water battle. So it's going to be blocked off from Kingman to Glen. The reason we went that route was when I first joined 23 years ago, that was still going on a lot. A lot of old timers around. They'd string a barrel on a cable, have a water fight. You very seldom see it anymore. In fact, we had to touch out to Akron, Princeville for the use of their equipment. So, I mean, it's very seldom done anymore. We thought it'd be fun. We're getting a lot of takers on that, so that ought to be a fun event too. We're going to run, since the street's closed down, we're going to have to set up 2 food vendors and the beer probably on this corner because of the street closed down. Everybody gets used to what you do on the setup on the street. But like I said, the water battle will go until 11 to 4, but it's just going to depend on participants. Basically, how many people get knocked down by a fire hose. There's somebody on safety, and I found out the other day, not only do you have somebody that has control of one valve to shut the whole thing down so you don't accidentally knock somebody down, but there's official nozzles, and I have to go to Timber House and pick up the official nozzles. They're specially made. The guy said they even got notches on them. I don't know the significance of notches on your nozzles, but I think it's going to be something fun. Again, we got food from 11 until 7, and from 4 to 7, we got a band coming in from Chicago, 5 guys named Mo. I looked them up online. I don't know, it's not my type of music, but it looks good. They have done the music festival up here at least once, so I don't remember. But I guess when I'm up here for, right off the bat, Mayor, it would be to propose getting on the agenda next month to propose a boot drive, make an application for a boot drive on Cyberlane and Prospect. I know we missed the window on this one, but if we could get that arranged on June's agenda.
Yes, sir, we can do that. If Mr. Fick, please note that.
Also, on the administration side, working with Matt probably, obviously taking care of a liquid license for the day, a dram shop, and that liability waiver, and that kind of thing. Be glad to work with you, so you can always give me a call, Matt. You know how to get a hold of me. But like I said, this is a very significant event for us. It was kind of a surprise because actually Trustee Reichert claimed it was next year, but we found the original charter and said July of 1917. So we are selling challenge coins. Hopefully we'll have a design for a t-shirt, commemorative t-shirt. We have a duty version, which is dark blue, but the vendor's got capability of doing them that day and putting the image on them right then and there. So that would be sold to the public. And we had to order another 200 challenge coins. They're going quick.
Those are beautiful.
And so any questions you got for me? But like I said, the parking lot will be closed down. A little input from the street department. Obviously, we need barricades for the street. My guys will help out on that when we set up the equipment for the water battle and whatever it takes to close off the parking lot. I'm going to leave the lane open for the mailbox and the water drop. Maybe put some cones out or something like that where somebody can pull in and still take care of their business.
Whatever you need.
Well, the other pointed thing is, and it's simply out of pride. And I freely admit when we did it in a hurry. When Bill Berry died, obviously we got our little memorial walkway, past members that have passed away, we made a brick for them. We did that entire project after Bill passed away in a hurry. That was done in a week, all those bricks in a week. And obviously if you look out there right now, they're heaving, they got they got big heave marks in them and stuff like that. If you could give me some expertise on material that we might need to make it more permanent and whatever you can help us out with, I'd appreciate it.
We'll put our top landscaper on it.
I know who he is. Okay, thank you.
Any questions for Assistant Chief Wu, trustees?
So this is probably pretty self-explanatory, but are all the proceeds from the event going to go to the fire department then?
Well, I'll be quite honest. When we sat down and planned this, it could be a big fundraiser. Why not? We're absorbing the band and a couple other things, and the intention, as far as I was concerned, being in charge of it, was not to make a huge profit for the association. It's more about the event. That was my contention on it. And we make a little bit on the coins. The gun raffle is doing extremely well. So, I mean, we are getting some proceeds off of that. But the whole design of that was not a fundraiser per se. It's the event. So.
Anyone else? Thank you for being here tonight.
Hey, no problem.
We want to do everything possible to make your 100-year anniversary a success, so we're at your disposal to work with you, and you and I have a meeting set up to talk about these things. So thanks so much for being here, and please give our best to Mr. Faulkner and 60 years of service. It's so hard today to get people to volunteer for anything, and here we have someone given 60 years of their life in volunteer service.
It is so unique, the 60 years, and just being the personality he is. I mean, when I first joined, obviously he had the old guys. And looking back on that, now I'm one of the old guys. So, I mean, it's nice having at least one around, and it happens to be him. We begrudgingly made him the Grand Marshal of the parade, and he thinks he has to stand up and talk to everybody at the gazebo about 10 o'clock. But we told him, don't worry about it, you're fine. So, but it's a nice celebration. Trustee Reichert's told me the entire family's coming in that day, which I think is great.
It's going to be a great celebration. Thanks again.
All right, you're welcome.
Okay, we are still on comments from the audience. Are there any other comments from the audience? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. Any other comments? Okay, the public comments are closed. We would be at old business. Any old business come before the board? All right, hearing none, we're at item 10, new business. The first is renewal of a special use permit for Jim Simmons. Trustee Carter?
Thank you. I make a motion to renew Jim Simmons' special use permit to repair small engines like lawnmowers, rototillers for himself, friends, and acquaintance out of his home.
I have a motion by Trustee Carter to approve this. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second, okay, by Mr. Trustee Harn. Cheryl, would you like to explain this further, or any more necessary?
No, he fixes lawnmowers out of his home, which is 4212 Illinois. It's just a special use permit to allow him to do that. He has to renew it every year, make sure there's no problems, and there has not been. Correct, Chief? I mean, from what everybody has in their packet, he seems to be following the guidelines, so.
Questions for Trustee Carter? Okay, we have a motion and a second. If you're ready for the question, clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Harn?
Aye.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Marisko?
Aye.
Trustee Gett?
Aye.
Trustee Marisko?
Aye.
Okay, so that passes. Next, we would be at Resolution 2017-05, resolution of the Village of Peoria Heights accepting a grant from the Illinois Housing Development Authority's Abandoned Residential Property Municipal Relief Program. I'm going to first ask for a motion to approve this, and I'll ask Mr. Fick to set it up. So can I have a motion to approve this?
So moved.
All right, have a motion by Trustee Gett. Is there a second?
Second.
Trustee Carter. All right, Mr. Fick.
Thank you, Mayor Phelan. The village applied for and received a $40,000 grant. It's through the Department of Illinois Housing Development Authority, and specifically it's to assist us with our costs for demolition of abandoned properties. It does not assist with legal fees, but we've been working with with our attorneys for a number of years, and they've kind of got the process down. We had quite a list, and a lot of times it comes from all sources. A lot of times it's the police department responding to a complaint that might make us aware of an abandoned house. A lot of times it's the neighbors. We have a kind of a laundry list of these, and we kind of picked I wouldn't say the worst, but the ones that we thought we could achieve resolution the quickest for, and we've already got our attorney working on those. So we've got 6 of them that we're kind of working through the process. One was already purchased by someone who wants to fix up and rehab, and one voluntarily is going to demolish the house themselves. So there will be no cost associated with that. But moving forward, we've got a couple years to spend this money. Again, it's the village isn't out looking for homes that are owner-occupied and well-maintained. Obviously, these are the homes that have been sitting abandoned for whatever reasons, foreclosure, bankruptcies, et cetera, that have become kind of a blight to the community. So that will go a long way in assisting us to kind of achieve our goals, and this is a resolution to allow us to enter into that grant agreement tonight.
Okay, thank you for your work on that. Are there questions for Mr. Fick or discussion on the motion? Hearing none, if you're ready for the question, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Harn?
Aye.
Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Marisko?
Aye.
Trustee Gett?
Aye.
Trustee Marisko?
Aye.
All right, and that passes. Madam Clerk, if you'd give the treasurer's report.
Not real sure what I do with that. We just summarize it? I think I have one here.
Got it.
Do I just read these, or
Yes, want to read those totals? Grant totals?
just the grand totals? Okay, on the treasury report, we have $160,380.78 in checking. In IPS, we have $527,578.30 in money market, $123,543.14. CDs, we have $339,468.50, and the total altogether is $1,150,970.72. In waterworks account, we have in our checking is $62,046.36. In TIPS is $83,000. $570.31. Money market, $5,009.01. CDs, $240,743.49. Total, $391, $369.17.
All right, you've heard the clerk read the treasurer's report, and it's also been provided to you in your packet, so I would entertain a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
Make a motion.
A motion by
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Trustee Gett, was second by Trustee Carter, was that right?
That's fine.
Okay. All right, any discussion on the motion or any questions on the report? Hearing none, clerk, please, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Harn? Aye. Trustee Carter?
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal?
Aye.
Trustee Gett?
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal?
Okay, and that passes. Thank you all. Just a couple of announcements. The departmental committee meeting will be held Tuesday, May 23rd, 2017 at 6:30 p.m. The next Board of Trustees meeting will be held Tuesday, June 6, 2017 at 6:30 p.m. There being no further business to come before the board, we would be adjourned.